Dude, I took that diamond board, but now I'm feeling absolutely schlumped.
Everybody, good morning. Welcome to again the Joint Effort Podcast. We're back here again. It's your boy Jerry Juice. We also got Ganja Bear Site. North Carolina Hemp Reviews is back. We got Dad. CJ will do it. Told us he's awake this time, so any moment now we might have him too. That would be a full cast, and that's quite the vibe.
Dude, I took that diamond board, but now I'm feeling absolutely schlumped.
Everybody, good morning. Welcome to again the Joint Effort Podcast. We're back here again. It's your boy Jerry Juice. We also got Ganja Bear Site. North Carolina Hemp Reviews is back. We got Dad. CJ will do it. Told us he's awake this time, so any moment now we might have him too. That would be a full cast, and that's quite the vibe.
Dude, I took that diamond board, but now I'm feeling absolutely swamped.
Well, that's nothing fucking fantastic. Do it. Like, let's do it. Do it. Hell yeah. I don't even got the, I don't know. I gotta grow another 6 people to do it.
You know, we are all pretty stoned, so you know, try to stay on topic.
Yo, it's good, everybody. It's the Joint Effort Podcast this beautiful Sunday morning, as it always is at 10 p.m. Hey, not 10 p.m. Oh my
AM.
God, a.m. a.m. Guys. A little bit too fried already.
It
I
is
just
the
the bunnies
AM.
in my mouth. Hey, but you know, we is here as always, like I was saying, to talk about some canna news. You know what I'm saying? What's going on in the hemp game? What type of deals is out there? Just to smoke up and see how the community doing, man. So, hey, welcome to the Joint Effort. I hope y'all got something rolled up, got something
Welcome.
packed up. If not, get it going. But we finna get this podcast rolling. So
We're
I hope
back.
you is too.
We're back. We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Back back in full, y'all. What you guys smoking on? I got some Oreos milk in the bowl from J Ladies. It's looking real nice.
Right
I got
now?
that behind me. I still have to try that shit.
So good, man. It really is.
I am hoping
I'm
that's
not-
what's in my box. I don't really know. Peace out, Malaysia. Gelato y dosido.
Ooh,
Ooh, I like that packaging. Hell
nice
yeah.
for me.
Yeah, he switched it up a little bit. It's a little cleaner,
love it.
a little less holographic, so it hits well on camera.
I love it.
Pretty
It's-
clean.
Yep. I took one little rip yesterday. It's back. It's nice to be back in the United States as far as this plant goes, guys.
That's so crazy.
The stuff in Aruba was great. I was very, very impressed, but we grow for potency here. We grow for potency, and that has its
Sure.
wins.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Makes sense.
But, yep.
NC, what are you smoking on?
Smoking on some snowballs from Fenham Well today.
Ooh.
Got some nice-
Snowballs.
Back to the snowballs. Those things are
Dude,
great.
it's
If I
like
announce
snow
a
today.
snowballs, I swear it lasts forever. It's
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
they're so hard to smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do it in a
Contra bear.
blunt in the bong?
What? Ooh.
Yeah. So I mainly do it in the bong, but yesterday I just did like a 1 gram cone. It's like,
Okay.
just like a whole cone like that.
Okay.
Just to treat myself every once in a while. I
Hey,
don't really
this a
smoke
look.
this all the time because this will definitely kick you. But
Yo, a nut that small looking that good, that could only be handcrafted farmers.
Oh no, it's a snow cap.
No. That's a
That's snow cap as well.
But that
Yeah,
should tell you
purple
we mistake
and
snow
creepy.
caps for handcrafted. That should
That
tell
looked
you.
purple and keefy. That didn't even look like a snow cap.
Uh-huh.
What?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
okay,
Wow.
but CJ?
Dude, I got some goddamn Moroccan peaches I'm smoking on.
Oh,
Bro, that
nice.
shit's so good, bro.
Pretty
So
fire.
good.
Yeah.
Third J
that's-
this morning. Third J this morning. I'm feeling like a fucking lightning bolt.
Thank you.
3 J's of that, I would say so. Yeah, that what was it? You always called it Ganja Bear? Peaches
Mac and peaches, bro. Mac and peaches.
Yeah, a little bit of gas to go with the peach smell.
It
It
tastes-
was
It tastes like some
Nice
rotten ass
genetics.
peach cobbler, bro.
that is some
Dude,
nice genetics.
when I opened it, I was like, holy shit! Like it was like so funk, but like, dude, it's crazy on the taste though, actually, and it actually smokes.
Mm.
I'm not big on sativas either.
Yeah.
That's like this Oreos milk. It's got it's like an Oreo dipped in peanut butter and then that like creamy milk aftertaste. It's so nice.
Yeah.
So excited to try that. It looks so nice in the jar.
Yeah,
Those
man.
are crazy.
It's beautiful. And what's wild is the handcrafted farmers, their cookie crumbs that they had, they're sold out of now. it looked as good, if not better, than that Oreos milk quality. I mean, it looks I just stared at the jar for 20 minutes when I got it. I was like, this is insane. I can't believe this. It was
Here's my
Wow.
Oreo milk right here.
That company, right quick, Handcrafted
Nice shit.
Farmers, has made me second guess so many other products on the market, so many other companies on the market, to put that flat out. Like, I know we all love our budget flour, right? We all love our budget flour. We've all gone on searches trying to find budget flour out there. There is nobody close. Maybe I gotta try a couple more of these, like the dopish genetics. People saying the $60 zip and whatnot's nice, but there's, so what I've had so far, budget
Those are like
wise,
the
Handcrafted
smalls,
Farmers
I
is
think.
wild. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
these popcorn
Price
nuts,
per
right?
quality, I would have to say that they're top in the game.
Yeah, I don't know of anyone better right now that for like you said. I mean, this, and it's not like it's okay, bud, but it's priced super well. So it's no. It's insanely good bud that would, like, I would buy it if it wasn't priced as but it's priced at like budget prices, but the quality is so
usually-
good. It's
There's
insane.
always something that justifies the price to an extent. All right.
Right.
Like
right.
with them, the flush on the product, on the couple Handcrafted Farmers products I had, was not the most premium flush. You know, your ash wasn't crystal clear white. But you start to do a little bit of research and you start to see how much of an overstated benefit that is. You know?
sure. Yep.
All that means is that you put more water in the plant in its later life cycle. If it's a soil grown,
Yes.
like, it doesn't really
Yep.
mean anything to the quality.
No.
Especially
And
Art-
there's even
tons.
certain things, there's additives you can add to a plant to guarantee you'll have white ash, and so it doesn't always mean that I just got a nice flushed plant, you know.
no
for
way.
sure.
This has tasted so clean, felt so clean on the throat, so good.
Yep.
Um,
Well, that's one thing I noticed with Handcrafted's flour too. Like, other companies all smoke a bowl or two, and you know the water in my ash catcher and my bong is already like that kind of yellowy kind of hue to it. Handcrafted,
I remember you saying
I'll have a
that.
whole session. I know it was actually weird enough that I noticed. I was like, whoa! I was like, my bong water is still literally like crystal clear,
It should be
and I just
dirty as
smoked like
fuck.
5. It was wild.
yeah, and on almost a no names kind of type of
Yeah.
moment right now. If your water is getting yellow and
Mhm.
1 to 2 rips, that is not the doing of
1
the
to 2?
natural flower.
Yeah.
That
Right.
means there is a terp spray. That means there is distillate. And I thank the comments for pointing this out to me for so long.
Mhm.
Y'all were right.
Agreed.
You guys were right. I finally did that little bit of extra research. If your water is yellow and 2 bong rips, that shit was infused with something.
100%. 100%. Well, and
Just
it's,
dye
and
in the
it's
water.
yeah. Well, and like
Little
you
food
said,
coloring.
it's those, you know, looking back at those comments and all the feedback that you see online of certain top dogs in the industry where there's a rumored to be sprayed flour or mixing bags of bud that is not the right strain, and you know it's like, no, that's going on, and it's like you said, especially, you know, if you hit something. I've noticed it lately too. I've gotten certain packages in the mail from certain companies, and like I said, I'll have yellow water in 2 hits. I've got a weird like throat
Oh.
grab that's not just a potent strain. It's like, this is different. You can even tell in the smoke smell in the room. Like, you hit some good gas, you can tell, like, oh,
No,
I just
I
smoked
was
some
just
bud.
saying this on a video, bro.
Yeah,
like,
but you
say-
smoke some
say-
bullshit,
say-
and you're like, it smells
say-
like a cigarette or like something just.
Glade air freshener.
Yeah,
If you're in the
just-
other room and you spark this joint, and dude, if I smelled you sparking that joint, I'm running in there. I'm
Yeah.
gonna smell the gas. I'm chasing that shit. It's like you
Mhm.
smell someone smoking down the block, and you're
Mhm.
like, you get a little hint of that shit walking down the
yeah.
street, nice
Mhm.
summer day. You're gonna be like, who's out here smoking some good shit right now?
Yep.
Where you at, bro?
Yep. Yeah. No, and it's. I think it's a good segue to transition into the title of this podcast. There's a responsibility. We'll start with that part for companies, right? It's. I saw this working in dispensaries in Colorado way back in the day. And you see this anywhere. It's anywhere you're going to find human beings. You're going to find this. People will cut corners to make a profit, and it's a spectrum of how many corners you're willing to cut to make a profit determines, where that ethical framework lies. And there are companies out here like Handcrafted that are clearly doing things in a way that they're maintaining being a business, so they have to be making a profit. They're not losing money on their products. They're obviously continuing to sell them at the price that they are. And I think they're doing, Ganja Bear and I were talking about this before we went live. They're doing a very good job of having a smaller selection, which I think is in some way
It
guaranteeing
makes
a level of
control.
quality.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
the less strains you have, the less problems you have to worry about.
Right. If you have a
The more
small
strains you
team and
have,
you
the
have
more
50
problems you have to
strains,
worry.
exactly. And it's your gun things will fall through the cracks
On-
even if you have the best of intentions.
On top of that, though,
Yeah.
consistency, accuracy,
Absolutely.
and transparency
Absolutely.
are
Absolutely.
big things for the products. To dive a little deeper into that, if you got 30 products on your website and only 20 of them are actually gas and 10 of them are mid and they're all priced about the same, those 10 are going to sit there for a year. And then there's going to
Yeah.
be some poor, I'm going to phrase it this way, poor sucker who's going to try it a year later and have an awful experience. Like,
Yes.
it's not. Maybe if it sat there for a while, you throw it away. But no, what we see these companies do is, especially the ones who have the larger product, they keep it there till they sell it. They don't necessarily want to lose it, but they keep it there till they sell it.
Yep. No, absolutely. And it's tough because we see things that are sprayed, we see bags that are, you can clearly tell that a company did not have enough supply of something, but they underestimated the demand. So like, well, let's just take some of this and we'll put it in a bag and slap a label on it. And what's really unfortunate about that is
Exactly.
this plant sells itself, right? This plant is an effective plant in so many ways that you can make a profit on this plant without having to be dishonest and scam people, especially when the product that you are providing provides medicinal value to people. Like, like that's akin to, hi, I'm an insulin provider and I'm actually going to sell you this syringe of clear honey that you're going to, it's like, no, you have a certain moral ethic and responsibility that you should abide by. And unfortunately, we have seen, especially in recent weeks and days, large businesses are just unwilling to do that.
So do we want to be different than the marijuana industry, these dispensaries that are going around, and we know the games they're playing, right? We all know that and we're stuck shopping from them. So that's why they're able to play these games. With hemp, there is no need to buy from anybody. You get to choose every single day. You get to basically vote with your dollars who your favorite company is every single day. It's kind of cool. But then we see these companies taking on these dispensary games, trying to get the money, stack the money, etc. And we see them attacking the competitors, making sure that people don't trust the competitors' products, so that they end up circling back. Why are we playing the dispensaries game? We have a responsibility. It's a brand new industry. And it's funny. Some of the companies preach this next part, but don't practice it. We have a responsibility as the initial people in this industry. This is a brand new industry. It emerged from a loophole. Let's be goddamn honest. It came out of fucking nowhere. We have a responsibility to do it right. Because everybody that follow us is going to copy us to an extent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, like you said,
like, if people want to be greedy, all the new companies got to be greedy to succeed.
Exactly.
Like,
you're laying the framework for what is quote unquote the pathway to be successful here. And if you're, like you said, businesses that are outwardly about getting medicinal products to a massive amount of people, but then inwardly are just cutting corners in ways that are just unethical. It's like people that don't know any better are going to look at that, follow that framework. And in an industry where there is already such a predisposed stigma from past generations that we are every day having to peel back, you're just fueling that. And then now a different way. We're going to go from being people that use a plant that was akin to methamphetamine back in the 20s and 30s with Reefer Madness to the people that are just quote unquote Ty Lopez of a plant and just sell bullshit. And it's like, no, this plant is, we all do what we do because we have a passion for this plant. And the passion for this plant doesn't come from making an income on it. It doesn't come from scamming people on it. It comes from this plant in some way, often multiple ways, has had a significant, profound, positive change in our life. And we want to share that with other people. And as a company, when you have a passion for this plant, you want to share that with other people. And as a company, when you have a passion for this plant, you want to share that with other people. And as a company, when you have a passion for this plant, you want to share that with other people. And as a company, when you have a passion for this plant, you want to share that with other people. And as a company, when you have a passion for this plant, you want to share that with other people. And as a company, when you have a passion for this plant, you want to share that with other people. And as a company, when you have a passion for this plant, you want to share that with other people. And as a company, when you have a passion for this plant, you want to share that with other people. And as a company, when you have a passion for this plant, you want to share that with other people. And as a company, when you have a passion for this plant, you want to share that with other people. And as a company, when you have a passion for this plant, you want to share that with other people. And as a company, when you have a passion for this plant, you want to share that with other people. And as a company, when you have a passion for this plant, you want to share that with other people. And as a company, when you have a passion you should be willing to do things in an ethical way and understand that there is a way to make an income and make a profit, a healthy profit in this industry, without sacrificing a basic moral ethic.
Yes. Yes. This is no longer
Honesty.
the black market too.
Yes.
Like to build on that. Like there's
Yeah.
we find like there used to be a moral case for running around and doing some sketchy things to help people get their medicine. That's why people always called you like the neighborhood pharmacist. They didn't call you the neighborhood dealer. Like you were called the neighborhood pharmacist. Like people knew you was medicating them.
Yes.
We're not in that spot where you got to do all this sketchy stuff no more. I've been looking around a lot of different companies, and I am very sad to say that most of the large companies, with the exception of Arete, WNC, if you guys want to throw out some other large company names that you want to quickly clear, I'm seeing that a lot of them are not keeping the COAs even legitimate.
Yes.
Like,
Absolutely.
This is a legal market. The whole benefit to it being legal is we know exactly what the product is. We know exactly what we're smoking, what's in it. We can read the nutrition label basically on food. That's very important. That's why we're buying this.
Absolutely. And like you wouldn't want to go to a pharmacy and grab a prescription for a painkiller and the label is just whatever anyone wanted to write. Oh, this is going to be this amount, and not even know what you're taking. And it's the same responsibility that, like you said, we have the beauty of being able to know exactly what is in the plants we're consuming. And the unfortunate thing is, if you are willing to change your COAs, if you're a business that is willing to manipulate those simply for profit or for any reason,
or
quite
find
frankly,
someone who is manipulating. Like, I just don't know why they're not adding up. Like, there's a formula written in the bottom left corner exactly on how this stuff adds up, how you get to all the numbers. Why is it that yours don't add up sometimes? It's a lot of companies. I mean, it's some of the small companies too. So I don't think it's necessarily always the company doing it.
Right.
Is it the farm trying to sell more of their flour because they accidentally grew it too long or something?
Yep.
Right.
Well, it's weird because you'll find, like, I often find that the big time companies that have mass amounts of COAs that are wrong, it's from New Bloom Labs. But I find a lot of companies that use New Bloom Labs that have great COAs. Like you said, it's not the lab, because you can find where they do it right and they put their formula right at the bottom. They wouldn't put their formula at the bottom and then do it wrong on part. Like, they're not. The people aren't stupid. They'd notice.
New Bloom gets federally inspected. Like, they
absolutely they do.
Federal inspections. So, like, they're not gonna play.
They're gonna play by the rules. Absolutely. And it's unfortunate. And what's really sad too is when companies are willing to do that, it bodes the question, well, then where does that stop? If that's okay in your book, what isn't okay? Where does the dishonesty stop? Where do you say, okay, we should probably, it's like, are your labels wrong? If your COAs are wrong, are you making up strain names? Are you mixing and matching? Are you spraying your flour? Where does that end?
At the same time, that make confusion between if you can trust a company or if you can trust the motherfucker, if you can trust the actual growers and the people that's testing it. And now you don't even know who is it. We don't, like you said, we don't even know who. So now you don't know if you can trust the grower or if you can trust the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And whoever's responsible for the false COA, like you said, now it's causing doubt in every area of the industry. Now it's like, okay, now people are going to question the entire concept of COAs. And can we trust any COA? You're right. It undermines the whole movement of what we're all trying to do, and the legitimacy of it.
People want to medicate, and that's what we're supposed to be like helping people do, is medicate. And to take on your ailments, you got to know the terpene contents. You got to know the percentages in your flour. Otherwise, it's not going to properly get you to where you need to be when you need to be there. You need to know the genetics. You need to know what's in there. You need to know what's going on. If you don't know what's going on, you're not medicating at that point. You're just kind of rolling the dice and saying, let's hope today is better than yesterday. And you weren't the one that put yourself in this position. No, in this circumstance, you were the one who actually figured out what works for you, how to do it, when to smoke. And somebody else said, okay, but money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. and and they're not thinking about, the long-term consequences of what they're doing. Like you said, ganja bear, it's gonna undermine people's trust in testing in general. Okay, if I can't trust this company who's well established in the industry, can I trust this one who's brand new? They use the same lab. Is it the lab? Is it the company? Is it someone in between both that whole chain of, how that gets delivered, right? And it's just unfortunate because you see, the one thing I've gathered, at least from especially the last unique few days that we've have experienced, is if you are online and you're looking at different businesses to purchase from in the hemp industry, right? And you see a large amount of feedback that is pushing a certain narrative, like, hey, customer service does not reach out. My shipping is always wrong, X, Y, and Z, whatever. And you see that X amount of times. Don't do what a lot of us do and gaslight yourself into thinking that that's just a bunch of pissed off people that, because yeah, you're going to have that. No one can please anyone, and someone may have a bad day and take it out on a business. We've all seen that. Some of us have probably been that person. But if you see it enough, trust it, and maybe take your money to a place where you don't see that feedback the majority of the time, because that's one thing I've definitely taken to heart the last week is like, wow, when you really peel back the curtain and look online at some of the feedback of these bigger companies, it's hard to ignore. It really is.
Because there can only be so many people that's trying to pull somebody down. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, I get comments like this all the time, people. I feel like it's other companies, bro. Other companies in my comments, blah, blah, blah. This company, this shit, blah, blah. I'm not hearing that, bro. I just smoked this shit. It
Stop
was
it.
good. You just hating, bro. Like, let's be real. But that can only happen so many times.
Like, we know
That can
how
only happen
people
so many
talk.
times.
We know how people talk, and they don't talk so wild, like,
Yes.
and on with such a vendetta and an initiative.
There's such
mission.
passion behind it, bro.
Like,
It's not like these niggas. They sound like somebody took money out your pocket when you
these people
saying this.
don't sound like they was trying to smoke in these comments. Sometimes, these people sound like they want to like tear that whole company down to the ground because they're just mad it exists.
Yeah.
Like, where this passion and vendetta come from? And if that is a real customer, shout out to you. Like, you have a lot of passion, homie. Like, let's get you on an episode. Like, I want to hear you speak. Like,
For real.
No kidding. No kidding.
In this Discord, like, homies, it's like, preach the responsibility. We run with it. Ask for an opinion. We'll give it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, and I think a big aspect of this too is, when y'all are watching a reviewer, right? It's super important to myself, and I know all of y'all on here, that you can trust what we're telling you, but we're not just going to tell you something is good because someone sent us product. That's not, we're not sheep, we're not shills, right? If something is not good, we're going to let you know. And I want everyone that watches this podcast or watches any of our channels individually to understand that, yeah, when you come and watch our content, you are going to get honest feedback. And we care about you more than we care about free products. And I can't say the same about some that we call colleagues in this YouTube space, which is unfortunate. You can rest assured that the 5 people here are going to give you honest feedback on something. If it's good, we're going to tell you, like Handcrafted Farmers. I mean, it's the world's best kept secret. And it's one of those things that was so good we didn't want to tell you, but we have to tell you. We have an obligation to tell you. It's a great place to get great medication, especially on a budget, which how many people are, especially right now, right?
I have to check them out, man.
Exactly.
What do you guys recommend?
Oh, anything.
Anything on their site, bro. Whatever
it's
strain
so good.
look and sound
Almost
good to
anything,
you, pick
yeah.
it up.
It's
Pick it
so
up.
good.
If it look and
No.
sound
My man
nice,
said almost anything.
It's a little bit of a sellout situation, though. So,
And I
Be
think that
ready.
they,
I'm a
yeah, I think that,
smoker.
yeah, they were
Hey.
what they did, what Handcrafted, I think why they're such a highlight right now is they just exposed, like, kind of going back, like, there's a way to do this on a budget where people can pay it, what they be able to afford life and still medicate.
Yeah.
But we can still maintain quality. I mean, I was blown away, and I don't want to sound like I was overhyping it. I was just staring at the bud for like 20 minutes when I got it. I couldn't believe that it was that quality for that price. I was trying to find the catch, trying to find what's the massive negative here that's going to justify this low price, and I couldn't find one. And so you kind of realize when that happens, you're like, okay, my perspective on what was normal was here, and now it's like, okay, no, it's here. So this whole time I've been under what is actually available to me, and I've called that normal. You know what I mean? It's like you realize
Yeah.
what's really out there, and then it on the other side of that exposes companies that are selling stuff that's just not.
No need for diamonds and pre-rolls to be added to your
Yes.
flour every time
Agreed.
you want to rip a bowl. Like that actually becomes a real treat again.
Yes, absolutely. And like being able to take a hit and like
Good.
I'm sufficiently medicated. Like and my throat's not on fire. You
Yeah.
know?
Good to go for a while. Like,
And my bong water's not brown. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And your pocket's not hurting, most importantly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, it's
God
unfortunate.
damn.
Well, and like
Peace of
I love
mind.
that when I buy from Handcrafted, I know I'm not going to have to inspect every tiny nug for mold and for a bug carcass and for other things. It's you want to be able to
Bugs.
trust what you're
Oh, yeah.
ingesting in your
Bugs.
body.
You see
Bugs.
it 3 times. Like, okay, I've seen it 3 times.
Yeah.
With 2 companies.
Yes.
Like it's
Yes.
happened with
I mean-
multiple ones. I think it's definitely a farm problem, but then again, I think the company should check out the flour a little bit more in
Yeah,
detail.
the
Break
beetles.
some nugs open and then hit it with like a camera or
Oh
something.
man.
I don't
Mhm.
think this is
Yeah,
like
for
a
sure.
typical quality
Definitely gotta be
control.
quality checking shit.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't think that's a
Triple
typical,
check it.
I don't think that's a typical step on some people, but
I
just
like
like
that you can look
it's
at it 2 ways. At least I got some organic flour. I know they want to put bullshit on this because even the bugs love it. But at the same time, bro, I'm not trying to smoke none of that. I got some random ass bug. I don't even know the species of on this hoe. This shit could be anything in this fucking world. I don't know what this is. Mealworms, fucking
Right.
larva and shit. I'm cool. I'm
Right.
cool. I just want
Yeah.
the bud. I just want the bud. Okay.
But
want
No
the
bugs. Bud.
Right.
No bugs. Take the G away and give me the. Oh, whoa.
And that's the whole point of quality, you know, is to vet that, and it's at someone in that process, that supply chain should be checking that out, you know, and it doesn't guarantee that the bug was just natural from the grow. Could be for sure, but you know,
man,
it's
bugs
just
in the
tough,
weed
you
is
know. It's
crazy.
it reminds me
It's
of
insane.
like some of these companies, the way they're running things. It reminds me of you kind of saw this generational change with I don't want to say the like Gen Z, but just with social media, the generations that really have grown up with social media, there's this narrative that like live your life however you want, and people that don't resonate with it, fuck them. Like they're you know, and there's a
And there,
degree of
yeah,
truth. There's a degree
like
of truth to that. You don't want to be a sellout and just live for the you know what other people want. Of course, you need to have a sense of
right,
self, but it's taken to this degree where like if anyone you know says
right,
anything against what you just fuck them, you just do you, whatever that is, whatever feels
real,
good and right for you. And what's dangerous about that is you get in this echo chamber where the only people you're willing to surround yourself with are those that are not actually don't give a shit about you and will just push whatever you want them to push for you to create this false reality. And unfortunately,
right, yeah,
we see that with some large companies too, where it's like, no, if there's any critique of what we're doing and what's going on, it's going to be met with closed ears. It's going to be met with resentment. It's going to be met with take 2 of these and call me never, you know? And
Oh, my bad.
oh, you're good. It's just unfortunate, you know, that they run like that.
In any aspect of life, you always gotta have an open ear because it's something called constructive criticism. It's gonna be people that, bro, you a man, I don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Then it's people that's like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you could do this better.
Yes.
You feel me? And
sure,
there's nothing wrong with that. It is nothing wrong with somebody telling
Exactly.
you to do something better. You can listen to that. Maybe because like they see something in you, they see some light in you that could be shining, and you holding it back.
Yes.
And all you gotta
Yes.
do
and
is
it's
open your
always
ears
good
and
for
listen to that.
brands to hear that shit, bro. So
And
they
to
can
actually have
improve.
someone in your life that knows you well enough that feels they can speak into your life in that way is a blessing. Like to have that, so many people don't, you know, to have someone that, that will tell you those things like, hey,
Yeah,
I
real.
care about you and the company's sake, and I care about you and your product enough and your customer base enough to try to tell you you might want to course correct here a little bit. You know?
Your best friend is the friend that's gonna tell you that's some fuck shit, and that's just how it is, bro. If somebody telling you everything, every move that you make is correct, that's not somebody you want to be around. That's not somebody you want to be around. You need somebody that's gonna tell you when you out of line. You need somebody to tell you when you're doing something wrong. You need that in life, bro. Because if they're not, You're gonna be making all the wrong moves. You're gonna think everything right because you thinking everything right because you doing it. If nobody telling you that it's wrong, you're not gonna see it as wrong because it's not true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You never
Yep.
had anybody tell you that anything was wrong, so everything is right to you because you doing it.
Yep, absolutely. And then the second you're just gonna get, the more people you have around you that create that echo chamber, the more resistant you're gonna be to any counter narrative. It's like, nope, I can't entertain whatever else you're telling me. I have to stay in my lane and just keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's unfortunate when you encounter that with a person in a interpersonal relationship, but then when you see it at a company level, it's unfortunate because so many people are going to suffer because of that, and either get stuff that they, not quality flour, they don't want to ingest, or stuff that is mislabeled, or even, quite frankly, what's also unfortunate is there's still the side of they might buy something and they get exactly what they paid for and it's good, but maybe something's wrong with the packaging, or they just want to reach out and they're met with, leave us alone, don't talk to us. And it's like, it's just, it's crazy to see a company, several companies of such a large scale that do that to their customer base. And you see it across many industries, not just hemp, but it's like, people have to value their customer base, especially when you're doing some sort of medicinal product, like it's
Yes.
it's crazy.
As a creator,
Wow,
I feel like we get
crazy.
so much of the customer conversation. We're
Oh, absolutely.
the ones that the customers
Dude, I
kinda
feel like
wanna
it's
talk to.
CSR sometimes.
I 100%,
So?
100%. We have very passionate customers who found that they have a very similar taste palette or effect style to what we have. And that's why they're passionate about the videos, and they're like, we trust yours because we like, it hits the same for me. It's wild that can happen for somebody out there. Like,
It
what up,
definitely-
twin? And that's really
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
But like, it's why they're
Yeah.
there. And when they come to us
Yes.
upset,
Yes.
and I understand why they're upset, because
Yeah.
I am too.
Yes.
Because it hits the same again. It's my twin, God's sakes. We were just talking about that. That's my twin.
Yes. Right.
Like, it hits
Well, and
the
there's
same for us.
it is, and I think a lot of people, there's a sense of camaraderie and a sense of, like, especially people that will smoke when they watch your videos, right? It's like, I'm having a sesh with someone, right? And you wouldn't want to have a sesh with someone who's just going to sit there and bullshit you on whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, we've all been there, we all know that guy, right? And it's like,
Right.
you want to again, it's like, we're kind of that filter a lot of the times, and sometimes that first stop shop, unless there's a real direct path to a customer service rep, which most of the time there's not. And it's unfortunate because we get a good, healthy perspective into kind of the feedback of the community. And like you said, when you hear their frustrations and they're also your frustrations, and they're met with closed ears, it's it's tough. It's a tough thing.
It's
And there's
like,
a need.
Yeah, it's like at that point, it's like there's a small little group of friends starting to line up. It's not
Yes.
even just a twin. It's like all of a sudden, it's like, what's it
Yes.
called? Like 6 for like 6 of them or something.
Yeah,
And they
uh-huh.
all just
Yeah.
like chatting to you all the time. And it's like funny because you have the same conversation with each of them.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Right.
But that's
Yeah,
how this
no
world
doubt.
works.
Mm-hmm.
We're all so similar. And that's amazing.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
if every one of them is angry about something,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's been some things that have made me blind as a content creator, such as like being busy, money,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
money,
Mhm.
money,
Yeah.
money,
Money.
money. Occasionally, the free product that sounded pretty cool. That made me kind of blind at points. I can admit it, but not the vibe,
No.
whatsoever.
No.
Not at all.
No, it's not. And it's refreshing when you see companies like Handcrafted and others that it's like, okay, here's an operation that they're clearly doing things the right way, and I'm excited to see how they can grow and scale. Obviously, the word gets out, see how they maintain what they're putting out when they're putting it out. You know what I mean? But I think there is a giant void in kind of the customer service space for hemp, because you see so many customers that are going to these different companies and they don't get through. There's no one to talk to. They have a legitimate concern. That's our concern. too. And that's one thing that we even see with the joint effort, right? Like you said, Jerry, we're all so similar, and it's a beautiful thing. And you see, like, I have interacted with so many people in our smoke session channel that I've never met in real life, but they're some of the coolest people I've learned so much from. And there's always people in here interacting, and it's it's like
Always is wild.
it's similar. I relate it to comedy and stand-up comedy. Like in the 90s and early 2000s, stand-up comedy, the way you got big, everyone was hoping to get on a late night talk show, right? Jay Leno, Letterman, you're hoping to get a spot on there. And then the end goal was to get into a sitcom. And there was this really toxic dynamic that was basically there was this illusion that there was a cap to success in comedy. And oh shit, if John got the sitcom spot, then fuck him, because that's one less spot now. I can't get it, right? And there came a change when the internet happened, and you could have podcasts, and like Rogan blew up on podcasting and stuff. You had all this new avenue, and it took away that illusion of there's only so much success. And once people grab it, oh, that's gone, and now you can't have it because someone else had it. And people realized in the comedy space, no, we can push each other. We can have each other on each other's podcasts. We can do specials. Hey, you can open for me on the road, then I'll open for you, and then you do this. And once they started supporting each other, the health of comedy changed tenfold. And it's similar here. It's like there's this illusion sometimes within like the content creation space or the hemp business space that there's, and of course there's healthy competition in business, but there's this sense of like, no, I have to do it this way, and I have to cut these corners because or else I'm not going to make a profit because these people are going to go there. And it's like, no, especially in the joint effort, you see that principle of we can build each other up. You don't have to be toxic. You can actually support someone and go watch their videos and support them and give them your business and watch them thrive, and they'll do the same. And it's like that recycle logo where every arrow kind of feeds into the other arrow. When everyone's doing that, it's this beautiful cycle. It just goes and everyone thrives. We've seen it. And, people like Handcrafted are kind of following seems to be that same kind of vibe. And there's a way to do that. It's like, it doesn't have to be this toxic, like, shit that a lot of, unfortunately right now, larger companies are doing, and it's getting exposed,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's such a new playing field. It's like you got to be intentional about how you do things, because we're still fighting stigmas of the past 50, 60 years. Previous generations are warming up to the idea of cannabis, but there's still resistance, especially in certain states. And people, it's similar. I look at it as like, just like there's the 5 love languages that everyone has, and certain ones are more compatible with others. I think people have, it sounds too tacky to call them 5 sales languages, but 5 like customer languages essentially, right? And you watch some of these companies that just are unwilling to give the customer what they need in the way that they need it. And especially when you're doing something that is a medicinal product, that really has to be forefront. You really have to put your customer first, and it's just wild watching these companies. They're like, no, I'd rather just make a quick buck and sell some boofy shit. And, you start realizing people don't care. Certain people.
On some reviews or some packages you have all got, do you feel like you were being tested? Like that stuff was just
for sure, bro.
almost
I feel like people were trying to like,
and they were seeing if you would still call it good for.
Yeah, bro. I feel like it was either a joke, like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Ha, like, yeah, fucking ganja bear, we're throwing major. I don't know, like, I don't know what, but like, yes, I definitely felt like it was some sort of test to see if I would like be like, yeah, go cop this, guys. No, bro, this is in the garbage, not the move. Not recommending this to anybody. I want to recommend it to a rat. I want to let them smoke the J.
Yep.
No.
Yeah,
I want
I've
to
absolutely felt
on the
that.
street.
Yeah. Why would you send me this? It's just a test. You want to see. And it just shows
And I've
when
been
companies
so
do that, they
busy
just don't give a shit.
recently. It's awful. I've been so busy recently trying to prepare for like giant life events coming up. And I'm getting products that are literally not what's the word? They're not like tolerable. They're not good.
Yeah. Yes.
It's upsetting. It's super upsetting that they're just not good.
No.
It's
And when you
I'm
would
trying to
think,
make a video, and now I'm not making a video that day because I'm just not gonna make a video. Like I'm so upset hitting that. Like I
Yes.
You would-
finally got to step to the side and try to do something for this channel for everybody, and yet you're fucking it up for me. I'm hoping there's people passionate enough about my content that it's kind of fucking it up for them. It's just it's upsetting.
you
No, it
would
is.
think if somebody's going to send you something and they know that you're going to make a video with it, the main purpose of you getting this to make a review with it, they would send you some of the, I mean, they would send you some of the best, not the best, but
Something
some
good.
good stuff, some presentable stuff. And honestly, I look at it I look at it two different sides. Maybe it's a good thing you sending me the booth, you sending me some trash, because now I see, okay, this is what somebody else could get. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I can be
Exactly.
getting the
It can
good stuff all
backfire.
day. I can be getting the good stuff all day, but somebody else getting some straight dookie. You know, it's
Yep.
good to see that. You can see the mix, because if you
Yep.
didn't see the mix,
Yeah.
you would think it's all sugar and sunshines when it's straight raining on your subscribers or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
Yep. Well, and it's like it's you you see it. It's like when it can backfire. They send some stuff that's not good, and sometimes it comes. At least for me, it came across that like it's almost like if you work at a job where your boss doesn't want to fire you, but they just start doing things to make the job so miserable that you quit. It's kind of like that. It's like I've seen it where companies will just start sending you trash in hopes that let's just start sending them more significantly horrible product that maybe they'll stop doing reviews. And sometimes it works, sometimes it backfires because, like you said, Ganja Bear, then you're like, okay, well, shit, if I could get this, shit. If I was just not a reviewer, average Joe, I spent my hard-earned money and got this, yeah, these comments on Reddit starting to make a little bit more sense. And you see that. And then that gets matched with someone like Handcrafted. And you're like, wait a second. So this is what's available in California. And obviously enough of a price that you can sell it at $185 a gram and make a profit. It really highlights other companies in California that sell quote unquote budget flower that is nowhere near this quality. And they claim it's the best thing for a lot of people at a budget when it's really not.
Insane before I buy anything else in life, and I'm spending good money. Before I spend good money anywhere else in life, I look up XYZ review Reddit, and I read a bunch of Reddit reviews because those people, they review it in depth. So much in depth, you basically know what you're going to get by the time you get it. Like, it doesn't have to be just hemp. It doesn't have to be just flower. Like, anything in life. And I'm supposed to not do it as soon as I get the hemp? No, that doesn't make no sense. Like, these Reddit reviews are just in depth and correct. Maybe they're a bit harshly written because these people have been wronged before and are angry because it's the second time or something. It's upsetting. It's upsetting that being told to ignore people who I think are mostly correct.
And now a lot of them are. I've seen some cocky ass reviews. Like, bro, I was just like, you're a snob. You're a fucking snob. I know, like, you know what I'm saying? People who will go get a $30 ounce and be like, yeah, dude, the flavor was lacking on this. I'll give it like a
Companies are
4.5.
playing games on there too, right?
Mm-hmm.
The companies have people writing fake reviews, etc., up on Reddit too. Like, there is a lot of that on there as well. But the thing is, then there's a whole discussion right underneath where people aren't afraid to call it out for being fake.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you start seeing more of those come out, and you're like, okay. And then you get that shit sent to you, and you're like,
Interesting.
Start peeling behind the curtain a little bit, and it's wild. Because I mean, it's an untapped market in a lot of ways, and of course, no company is perfect. Things are gonna fall through the cracks. That's part of growing. It's part of scaling. Anyone that's ever been in business totally understands this. But there's a way to handle that, especially from a PR standpoint. Like, there's a way to take care of that. And you see companies that are just have such a closed mind when it comes to any feedback like that, even from some of their closest either reviewers or people in the community that they just know really well that have maybe purchased product for a long time. And I find it, you can learn a lot about a company real quick based on their response to your feedback, especially when you kind of pair that with however long you've had a relationship with that company, right? Similar to a friend. If you've been in a relationship with a friend for 15 years, and you go to them one time and you're like, hey, I love you enough to tell you that I feel like you're, you know, you're not being help, you're drinking too much or whatever it might be. I want to help you here, right? And you're instant met with fuck off. Get the fuck out. Fuck you then. Fuck you. I don't want to talk to you. I never want to see you again. Fuck off. You're like, holy shit. One, what did the last 15 years even mean then? If you're just so willing to, right? Compared to somewhere it's like, okay, you know what? That's tough to hear. I'm kind of frustrated right now. Let me go sit on that and I'll, right? And it's like, you see that with companies where people that have associated with them for a very long time give some sort of honest feedback. And if you're met with that, just, then it's hard because you question everything. You question everything from honesty in labeling to honesty in product and honesty even in like, their everything, what's terped, what's not. Like it's almost like if you put a drop of shit in Kool-Aid, it's shit. It's all shit. You may have put a drop of it in there. You ain't gonna fucking drink it, okay? It's shit now.
Oh,
it's
snowing
tainted.
out. Oh shit.
And it's the same thing. It's like you can't trust any of it, unfortunately. Do you like that analogy, Ganja Bear?
Yeah, that's one right. That's one for the people.
Like
That's
it's all
one.
shit. Put a drop of shit in some Kool-Aid. It's still fucking shit. You ain't
Drop
gonna
a
drink
shit
it.
in some Kool-Aid.
Ain't gonna
You're
catch me drinking
nasty
it.
for that.
Like,
Yeah.
so, and then people want to do that and try to convince you it's the best fucking Kool-Aid ever. It's like, no.
Nah,
Some
for real
good
though, for
ass
sure though.
Kool-Aid.
No.
It's like,
You ain't gonna convince me that, bro.
yeah, yep. Tiger Meds analogy of the year, hilarious.
God, yo.
Oh, that's funny. But it's. We can wrap this up with don't drink the Kool-Aid. That's right, Tiger Meds. We can wrap it up with a pretty bow though. It's like there are a lot of companies that are doing things right, and are trying their best to scale in a way that is ethical and they can provide a healthy medicinal product to people that need it at a price that is good. There's people like Jay Liddy's. I mean, there's so many Jay Liddy's, handcrafted, botanical clouds. The list goes on. We all know several that are
CBD.
Yes, Jackson
And then going
Wellness.
into like Jackson Wellness and
Hopu Seeds, bro.
Seeds.
Alpha Genetic, the actual producer of the strains, like the people. I mean, the creator of these strains, a lot of these CBD strains. Like, bro, they are great people out here trying to help the people. Not only are they out here putting in the work to grow these strains, they are then also selling them at a lower price than you can find any. Like, it's, bro.
Yep.
Go, man. Show love to some of
Absolutely.
these people because they're showing love to us. You don't even realize it.
The way we make these smaller companies, it just happens that the good companies. I mean, there's some good companies that are big, but a lot of the good ones are still a little bit smaller.
Yep.
The way we can help them grow is by literally spending our money there.
Yep.
So,
Like you said, you vote with your money on who you want to be popular in this industry. That's how you can vote on who you want to have success. And there are
and do be
several.
passionate.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, do be passionate.
Yes.
Go out there and tell everybody in every comment section if you want to about that company. Like, that does
Yes.
help them. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's actually really good that you have customers that are willing to do that.
Yeah. If you go to your favorite, really good restaurant, you want to tell your, oh my God, have you had that new place? Oh, you got to try it. So you will absolutely love it. Same thing. Like if you've got stuff that is good. I mean, you hear me preaching freaking handcrafted. It's like the best kept secret. You want to share that and do that. It will help people. Tell your friends about it. Tell them like, no, if you medicate, go here. It's really going to help. It's and at the budget price, it's a win-win. You're helping people save money too. You know what I mean? Which people need, especially right now.
Less.
Yeah.
Hey. Speaking good of pain, smoking good of painless. Y'all think it's time to talk about a little giveaway? Nah, for real though. Hey, your boy Ganja Bear loves to smoke good and paying less. And this week I am gonna help somebody out there do that. But you're not paying anything. You're supposed to good and paying free. I'm doing a giveaway of some Zerts, 3.5 and some Zerts. This is actually an exclusive strain to J Liddy only. You can't find this anywhere else in the world. Like I said, it's exclusive. This was just created not too long ago. This is Zittles crossed with Zert. So this is some new genetics to the world, exclusive genetics. You got the chance to win it for free, bro. Free. I don't know how good you can see through there, but it's some chunky little nugs. You can, just hold up. Fat eye nug.
Yeah, dude.
Zertles.
Fat eye
Zertle
nug.
turtles.
And then you also, that ain't it. Did you thought that was it, bro? You don't know me, bro. You don't know me. You also are going to get the chance to win a gram of diamonds alongside with that. So hey, definitely
Yes.
want to stay tuned. We had bigger giveaways than that, but we always doing giveaways, guys. So stay tuned. So I'm gonna let you know how to enter into that and the weekly giveaways after this podcast. Because honestly, at the exact moment, I don't really know what I want to do to make you enter this just yet. But we're gonna think about it. I'm gonna let you know soon.
Hell yeah.
There'll be
But
a
make sure you
question
enter.
or something. Weekly giveaway section on the Discord.
Yes, for sure.
By the end of the day.
Hopefully within the next hour or two. But hey,
Uh,
hopefully.
Hell yeah, dude.
shit.
Yeah, check the weekly giveaway section, y'all. It'll be in there for sure.
Oh man.
For sure, for sure.
If you're not in the Discord, hop in the Discord. I don't know what you're doing.
If you're
How
not in
many
the
ti-
Discord,
how
are
many
you
times do
slow?
I have to
Did you
tell
just
you?
hear what I just
They
said? You
like
have the
saving
chance to
something got
win
me so fucked up.
exclusive stream, bro. Nowhere else in the
Mm.
world for free.
For the free.
And
That's killer.
diamonds.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For the free.
I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all, wow, we do
Guys,
weekly giveaways.
free.
Free.
Every week you have something.
We missed a couple
win.
weeks
I'm gonna
recently.
snack.
I'm sorry,
I mean,
people.
It's free, y'all. Like, come on,
Life
bro. Like,
happens,
I
okay?
mean, we trying to get to y'all. We try our hardest to make it. We bi-weekly, weekly, whatever
Oh,
you
y'all
want to
went
call
crazy
it. We
with the
got
matchbook and
y'all.
everything.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Shit was crazy.
like, which is very crazy. My side, I don't know. We didn't really communicate it. We didn't know what to give away.
Yeah, it's
But
okay.
look, Gotcha Bear knows what to give away this week, so we're gonna do it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Um, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. We'll try to be consistent. You know, life happens. We are human beings. So we appreciate that you guys are flexible with us.
We were trying to be careful about involvement and stuff
Yeah.
too. Like,
Yes. Yeah, right.
something
right,
was changing pretty drastically, and
Yes.
journeys for some of us, it seemed like, and was assured, sadly, very recently. So, certain giveaways aren't going to be certain product
Yes.
sets
Yes.
of giveaways
Yes.
will no longer be a common occurrence. Will no longer be
Yes.
happening. Luckily, it's about the same price at a million
Yeah.
other companies now.
Yes.
And it's no longer an
Yeah.
exclusive thing. So we just gotta find, there's like some of these really really good stuff. It just sells out so fast.
know.
I got y'all. If
It sells
if
out
y'all
so fast that it's like, damn it, how do we do it as a giveaway? We'd have to buy it,
slap my
have it
hand
at
on the
our
table right
place,
now.
and then ship it out ourselves. I'm assuming
I
is the
slapped
best
it.
way.
I slapped my hand on the table right now. I'm slapping my hand on my hand, but it's on the table. Next week after this one, handcrafted. I got y'all. I got
Let's
y'all.
go. You heard it here, y'all.
Crafted boys.
Handcrafted
Handcrafted.
giveaway.
Next
Let's
week,
go.
bro. This week we got some Zert. Next week we got some handcrafted. So stay tuned, bro. We going, man. We
Hell
got
yeah.
you. Gas. This ain't no mid, bro. We ain't giving it away because we don't like it. We giving it away because we know it's
Hell
good.
Amazing. 100%. Love it.
I wonder if I got that zerts on me.
I hope so. I want to know what it's like, bro. It look good as hell.
Hey,
Yeah, that's wild,
I
man.
got a lot of J Liddy shit.
It's mad frosty, super dense nugs. Got some purple on the little hints of purple, like on the like outside of the leaf, like it like hints of the purple on the. I don't know, like dang, like hints of purple, you know, on the
Oh, yeah.
tips, on the tips of the leaves. That's what I'm trying to say. On the tips of the buds, it's like hints of purple. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Freeski, enter.
Hell yeah.
But hey, I'm pretty
Hell
sure, you know, the podcast is boiling down, coming to an end. guys. You know what I'm
Aw.
saying?
Why does it always
I'm pretty
happen
sure
every
it is that
time?
time.
Always.
I'm pretty
Why does
sure
it always
that's fine.
happen?
We have been live for about an hour. So, you know, I hope everybody out there enjoyed this podcast. Let me chill out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just excited because we had a nice little crew come through, you know what I'm saying? And enjoy this Sunday with
yeah.
us. It's always a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying? And see y'all, not faces, but see your comments, even though I can't really see them, but I know Jared sees them. But I know that you're there. I can feel your energy.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
we had good
Mhm.
energy today. We had
Yeah,
good
yeah,
for sure.
energy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I can feel it. I can feel it. And it makes me lit. That y'all also get the chance to win. Liddy, you know what I'm saying? All of this stuff. But no, let me shut up. I'm just playing. But man, I really hope everybody had a great morning, has a great rest of their day. You know what I'm saying? Has an amazing
Mhm.
week. Makes something productive happen. Put smile on people's faces. Put a smile on your
Sure.
face first. You know what I'm saying? That's most important, bro. You ain't got a smile on your face. It's hard to put one on
Definitely.
somebody else's. So make sure you straight. You know what I'm saying? Smoke you a little eighth, whatever you got to do, and you know what I'm saying. Cheer up, bro.
Shit.
But hey, keep your head up. Get your bread up. Everybody, everybody have a great, enjoy every podcast. We out. Much